Hi friends, good morning, and welcome back to ViperJet Wings. One of Europe's biggest defense companies is trying to enter Canada's military market. If Canada decides to add a Swedish fighter jet to its air force, around 10,000 research and factory jobs could be created in the country. Saab, the Swedish company, says it is ready to share technology with Canada and support local production. When people talk about modern fighter jets, the focus is usually on Russia's Su-57 or China's J-20. These are often seen as the biggest threats. But there is another aircraft that quietly makes the United States uncomfortable, and not for the reasons most people expect. This jet is not faster.
It does not carry more weapons, and experts agree it would probably lose in a direct fight against the F-35. So why does it matter? The concern is not about speed or firepower, it is about ideas. The Swedish Gripen fighter represents a very different way of thinking about air power. This approach has caught the attention of military planners around the world, including in Washington. To understand why the Gripen worries U.S. defense planners, it helps to first understand what they are not worried about. The Pentagon is not afraid that the Gripen will beat the F-35 in combat. By almost every technical measure, the F-35 is more advanced. Its stealth is better, its sensors are more powerful, its weapon systems are more integrated. Even Swedish experts admit this. The real concern lies somewhere else. Military analysts say the unease comes from structure, cost, and strategy. The Gripen is built around a philosophy that values practicality, flexibility, and survival over extreme technological perfection. The Gripen is designed to be good enough while costing much less. It challenges the idea that air dominance always requires the most advanced and expensive aircraft. When a country chooses the Gripen, it is not just buying a cheaper jet, it is choosing independence. It is choosing the ability to operate its air force without heavy dependence on the United States. This way of thinking comes from Sweden's history, especially during the Cold War, when it focused on self-reliance and resilience rather than global power projection. In short, the Gripen does not scare the Pentagon because it is stronger, but because it suggests a different future for air power. For many years, Sweden stayed militarily neutral and chose not to join NATO. This choice strongly shaped how it planned its national defense. Sweden could not depend on help from allies, foreign military bases, or outside reinforcements. Its air force had to survive and fight on its own. Because of this, the Swedish Air Force needed aircraft that could keep operating even after enemy attacks. This thinking influenced every part of the Gripen's design. The Gripen was not built to control the skies from large, heavily protected air bases filled with hundreds of support staff. Instead, it was designed to work in spread-out locations, survive when airports and infrastructure are damaged, and operate with very limited resources. Saab's public information shows that the Gripen can take off from a straight section of highway as short as 800 meters. Basic maintenance needs only 6 people and takes about 10 minutes. Refueling, rearming, and safety checks can all be done on normal roads without special equipment. The Gripen is about survival and reliability, not total dominance. That is what makes it important in ways that simple comparisons of speed or weapons often miss. The cost difference is just, according to reports from the U.S. Government Accountability Office, the F-35 costs between $35,000 and $47,000 per flight hour to operate. Even though this cost has slowly gone down, it is still too expensive for many countries. In comparison, the Gripen E costs about $8,000 per flight hour, based on Saab's data and reports from air forces that fly it. This huge gap means countries can fly the Gripen much more often with the same budget. More flight time means better pilot training, more patrol missions, more real-world experience, and stronger overall readiness. Readiness, how many aircraft are available to fly at any moment, is a key measure of air power. The F-35 has often struggled with readiness rates between 30% and 50%. Gripen units, on the other hand, regularly reach 80% to 90% readiness. Reports from the Swedish and Czech air forces show a clear lesson. Reliability and availability matter more than perfect performance on paper. The Gripen is built with practical engineering, not extreme technology. Its engine is reliable rather than cutting edge, which means fewer failures, easier repairs, and lower costs. For smaller air forces, reliability is more important than maximum performance. The Gripen is fully NATO compatible and can share data with jets like the F-35, F-16, and Eurofighter. It is especially strong in electronic warfare, where it can jam enemy radar and disrupt air defenses. In NATO exercises, it often performs very well in these roles. Swedish pilots focus on survivability, finishing the mission and returning safely, rather than perfect stealth. This reflects Sweden's goal of independence. How Sweden sells the Gripen adds to US concerns. Unlike US fighters that depend heavily on American companies for software and control, Gripen deals include technology transfer, local assembly, and domestic maintenance. Countries like Brazil and the Czech Republic build and support their own Gripen fleets. For NATO, the choice is difficult. The F-35 is more advanced, but it is costly and often less available. The Gripen offers enough power at a much lower cost, with higher readiness. Recent exercises show that reliable, locally controlled aircraft often outperform more advanced jets that are grounded for maintenance.
The Gripen is not trying to beat the F-35 in raw power. Instead, it succeeds where real-world results matter most: reliability, flexibility, and independence. The Pentagon's concern is not the aircraft itself, but what it represents. Gripen challenges the idea that air dominance must rely on US control and extremely expensive technology. It shows that effective air power can come from practical design, local control, and smart planning. Because of this, countries that choose the Gripen begin to question whether they really need the F-35 and how much control they are willing to give up for advanced technology. This shift can change global power balances without any air combat taking place. Cost plays a major role. Many nations cannot afford enough F-35s to stay combat ready. The Gripen offers a sustainable option, allowing more aircraft to stay operational and pilots to train more often. This creates a stronger, more resilient air force. In the end, the Gripen does not threaten the F-35 in a direct fight. Its strength lies elsewhere. It challenges the system behind US-led air power by proving that nations can defend their skies, maintain deterrence, and build their own industries without full dependence on American technology. The real issue for Washington is not which jet wins a dogfight. It is how countries choose to balance cost, capability, and independence. Nations must decide whether to buy the most advanced aircraft and remain dependent on outside control, or choose a good enough fighter while keeping full control of their own defense. The Gripen represents this second path, and many mid-sized countries find it increasingly appealing. As more nations face this choice, global air power may shift in unexpected ways. This competition is not really about aircraft, it is about philosophy. It is a choice between dependence and self-rule, between perfect technology and real-world readiness. The Gripen's growing popularity shows a change in how countries think about defense, efficiency, and sovereignty. It challenges old ideas about what true air superiority looks like. In the future, nations will have to choose between high-cost systems with high dependence or lower-cost aircraft that allow full independence. The Gripen proves that readiness, sustainability, and freedom to operate can matter more than raw technology. Each country that selects the Gripen helps reshape alliances and power balances. That is why the Pentagon is paying close attention. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to SkyJet Wings for more updates.